Hello, everybody, and welcome here as we get set for our next pay-per-view for WWE. Extreme Rules, the exclusive Raw pay-per-view, and we'll be giving you guys the best of our predictions for the matchups. A total of 7 matchups currently on the card, 2 on the pre-show and 5 on the main show. Being joined, as usual, by the y.W.c crew. Today we have Michael Norman.
Yo.
Kyle Matthews.
Hi.
And last time out, when we had Backlash, he became a first-time ever y.W.c Predictions champion, and he comes into this pay-per-view as the current title holder, Kev Shearer.
Hola.
So we're all going to have to beat Kev up with kendo sticks. Anyway.
Nope.
Yep.
Sounds like fun.
All sorts of nope.
It's gonna be fun, yep.
You ever seen a Kev Shearer pinata? You're about to. Anyway.
Do you really want what's inside me? I mean, I don't think people would want to
Let's
see my
move
guts.
on to the pre-show. First pre-show matchup is going to be a story of betrayal, obviously. It's the breakup of the Golden Truth. Golddust taking on R-Truth. We're going to go from the bottom to the top this first time, so we're going to start with Michael. Who do you have and why?
I give it to Golddust. They're building him up. You know, he attacked R-Truth, and I just think with the way things are going, I think it's going to go to Golddust.
Okay, Kyle.
This is one I have not really thought about because I didn't even know this was on the official card until now, but I can't imagine them turning Golddust heel and them not really, not planning on having him do something, and so I'll take Golddust in this one.
Alright, let's go to the champ, Kev Shearer.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea about this match. I honestly didn't even see that they broke up.
Where you been?
Just found out by one of you guys. So, I'm just gonna agree with everybody else and say Golddust.
Okay, so it's going to be a clean sweep for this one because I'm also going with Golddust.
Taking the cheap way out. Some champion you are.
All of us picking Golddust, that means one thing: R-Truth is definitely going over.
That's right.
Yep.
No,
Exactly.
Knowing Raw, yes.
Will we all go? Will we all tie at 1 point apiece, or will we all have shattered dreams? Anyway, on to the next matchup. That is
I see what
also
you
on the
did there.
kickoff show. One member of the new Titus brand, Apollo Crews, taking on Mr. Where is he? We don't know. He's just put into a simple spot in the show to fill in. Kalisto.
Lucha.
So we're gonna reverse this time. So I'll go first, and I'm gonna go with Apollo Crews because, like I said, Kalisto's just there for filler. They haven't given him much of a storyline. They've got the Titus brand going on, and obviously Titus O'Neil's going to be along ringside, so I'm going with Apollo Crews to win. Kev.
I don't have any idea. So
You seriously don't know anything about what's going on, but
I
will
know
personally
what's going
strip
on
you of
with
your
this,
goddamn
but
title.
this match is kind of random. Yeah, just give me Apollo Crews.
Okay, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, this whole feud has been one of those bathroom break segments that nobody really cares about. So, yeah, I'm going to say Apollo Crews. I'd say Titus O'Neil will interfere somehow and end up giving Crews the win.
All right, and Michael.
Apollo Crews. Because
All right, so
he's quote-unquote heel now. You know how that's supposed to go.
yeah, heel that smiles a lot really goes over well. Anyway, now on to the main card, where we may end up starting to see some splits up in terms of predictions. We'll start first with the first matchup, which is a mixed tag team match. We're going to see cruiserweights and women in a mixed tag team match. Rich Swann teaming with Sasha Banks, taking on Noam, Darr, and Alicia. Michael, who do you have and why?
Okay, so what are we talking about?
Wow. I am not going through that whole thing again. I am
No,
not doing that
tell
again.
me the match. Tell me the match.
Swann-
It's a mixed tag team match.
Swann Banks versus Darr Fox.
Oh. Well, I think that's going to go to the heel.
What
I'm
does
not
Darr
the
Fox
faces.
say?
What does Darr Fox say?
All right, Kyle, who have you got?
Okay, I went out to get a biscuit for dinner.
That's all you're having for dinner is a biscuit. Okay.
No, I just had
y.W.c
fries.
predictions brought to you by Biscuit.
Chicken.
Yeah, this has gone from just a random match on Raw to a feud for some odd reason. I guess it gives everybody something to do at Extreme Rules or something. I'm just gonna say Sasha Banks and Rich Swann. I really don't have a reason.
Okay, Kev.
Yeah, what Kyle said, this is kind of just random feud again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Kyle. I'm gonna go with Sasha and Rich Swann because I really don't think WWE would give Alicia Fox a pay-per-view win.
Alicia Fox.
Well, I think that the first two matches on the kickoff show are going to put everybody to sleep, so they're going to actually need a matchup to get the crowd actually into the pay-per-view, so I'm going to go with the faces in this perspective. So I'm going with Swann and Banks to win as well.
So we're all going with the faces.
Yep. You know what's pretty bad, though? Let's think back. Sasha Banks, headlining Hell in a Cell, had all those good matchups, and now she's basically a mid-carder.
Yeah, I don't really know where they're even going in the women's division right now. I thought they were trying to build up a match between Bayley and Sasha
too.
Banks for the women's title, and then Sasha's kind of just pushed to the side. So, yeah, this is really strange right now.
All right. Any other input? Kev, Michael, you don't want to weigh in on this?
I already gave you my pick.
No, talking about Banks.
Oh, well, they're gonna give I think they're gonna give Sasha Banks mainly because Rich Swann's coming back from injury.
Yeah, I heard it was gonna be Cedric Alexander because he was coming back from injury. But I heard wrong.
All right.
But,
well,
yeah, it is kind of weird how Sasha's just kind of been pushed to the side. I guess WWE went bankrupt with her.
No, it's just classic WWE. You get pushed, you get a good long push, and then they de-push you. Start back at the beginning, and then work your way back up again.
I'm trying to figure out whether to kick Kev or not because I got that pun anyway.
I caught it too.
Next up is the Cruiserweight match. Neville versus Aries again, but this time it's a submission match. So this might be the time that Aries gets the title from Neville, but we're going to weigh in and find out from everybody else. Let's start first with Kev.
Oh
Why
boy.
are you whispering?
Who?
You?
I'm not.
You're also talking very low. Usually you're like screaming into the mic.
My mic volume's turned
Everyone
way down.
go to Kev!
If I found out the last time we did this, that with my mic volume so far up, it was actually echoing what was coming out of the headset, so I had to actually turn the microphone down a bit.
Ah.
So
Okay,
that would be
then.
why.
While you guys were having that random conversation, I was doing a bit of thinking.
Don't do that. That's
And I'm
dangerous.
thinking this is going to be I'm hoping this is going to be a really good match because Aries and Neville have had two really good matches in the past, although one of them had a screwy ending. I'm going to pick Neville because I don't know, just the Aries got the win this week on Raw, and Aries got the win this week on Monday Night Raw, so I'm thinking they're gonna flip it around and give Neville the win at the pay-per-view.
Okay, well, I'm going to make Kyle and Michael think a little bit more because I'm going with Aries to win the championship based on the fact that the last matchups that we saw them take place with the championship on the line were all matchups where there was championship advantage. You know, Neville could DQ himself, all that kind of stuff. Now it's a submission match. There's no DQ in a submission match. The only way you win is with a submission. So therefore, I think with that stipulation being put in there, the title's changing hands. Austin Aries is going to be the new Cruiserweight Championship. Plus, it's going to continue the Neville-Aries feud if the title now switches hands over to Aries, because then Neville would have his rematch. All right, Kyle.
A buddy of mine, we were talking about this before I got on here, and he brought up a good point, and I'm going to agree with him on this. I'm going to take Austin Aries because, at this point, I think Aries needs to win this to have any kind of credibility whatsoever. Just to have him lose 3 straight times, I mean, that's not going to make him look very good. So I think he does need, to win this match and get the title.
Michael.
Pretty much the same thing as what Kyle said. I'm going with Aries.
Okay. All right, let's move on to the Raw Tag Team Championship match. The Hardy Boyz versus Cesaro and Sheamus. Due to the fact that the Hardys end up winning the stipulation match, they have made the stipulation a steel cage match for the tag team titles. Michael, who have you got?
This is a tough one because they've been building up the Hardy Boyz this last run. They've been building. I really want the Hardys to win, but I kind of think they're going to give it to Sheamus and Cesaro. But I think I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm just going to say the Hardy Boyz. Okay,
Kyle.
Yeah, this entire feud, ever since the Hardys returned to WrestleMania, you cannot say that they're using 50-50 booking when it comes to the Hardys, because they have gone over every single time, whether it be in tag team action or in singles action. We've seen Jeff Hardy and Cesaro have matches. We've seen Matt Hardy and Sheamus have matches, and I think they've reversed it at the same time. So we've seen every possible matchup between these two teams, and I'm going to take the Hardys in this one. I just don't see them dropping the belts quite yet.
Okay, Kev.
I agree. Hardys.
All right, and I'm also going to go with the Hardys. Not so much for the reason that Kyle brings up.
This is some very good predictions. So far we've all picked the same thing,
except for the last one.
Yeah, we didn't all pick the same as far as the cruiserweight. But the reason I'm going with the Hardys is because it's a steel cage. We're going to see Jeff Hardy climb to the top and do a swanton bomb. It's got to happen. He did it in TNA off the 6-sided ring during, I think it was Lockdown. I think that was what it was called. And he's going to do it again here in WWE. Anyway, next on to Vince Russo's ghost appearing in WWE or something. The Raw Women's Championship match. It's a candlestick on a pole match, guys. I mean, wonderful.
It just sounds weird.
It's Alexa Bliss defending against Bayley. So I'll go first, and I'm going with Alexa Bliss to win.
Why do you get to go first?
Because you went first on the tag team match. We're going up and down here in TeamSpeak, and I'm the up, you're the down. Anyway. I'm going to go with Alexa Bliss to win, just because I think she, to be honest, has had a better run with the title than Bayley did. I also think, boy, we're talking about this whole, we thought that they were going to have the Sasha Banks-Bayley matchup at SummerSlam. This is a match where somebody can interfere. So this could be the road where we start to see, Sasha get into the matchup. We also know that Nia Jax has been off TV for a while, and she started out as kind of like a bodyguard for Alexa Bliss. So I'm wondering if maybe we may end up seeing the feuds take a bit of a diversion with Bayley and Sasha Banks heading into SummerSlam, and maybe Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. So I'm going with Bliss to keep the title. Potential run-in by Sasha Banks. Kev.
First off, it's a random question. Did you all got to see Nia Jax's tweet?
Yes.
About SmackDown the other day?
Yep.
Absolutely fucking savage. Now, normally I would go with Bayley. Just because she's my favorite. In fact, I think one prediction, Chris automatically put in Bayley for me. But no, not this time. I think it's going to be Alexa. I don't think they would have her drop it in her first defense on Raw.
Okay. Michael, who's your pick? I'm not even gonna ask Kyle.
Alexa Bliss, it's pretty much the same thing. She's better with the title than Bayley. At least that's how they've been pushing her. It's really hard to push a face as champion, because they don't have to come out and bitch and complain. So I say Alexa wins only because she's only held the title for a month.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, and just for the record, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Alexa Bliss as well. Just you guys kind of covered it all.
I'm gonna go with Alexa Bliss just because she's my future wife, and,
yes.
And if I don't go against her, she's gonna somehow hate me.
And
she'll watch this back.
Who the hell is Kyle?
I don't know how Kev and I are gonna be able to concentrate when it comes to this match because I'm pretty sure we didn't hear the kendo stick part. All we heard was Alexa Bliss, Bayley, and a pole. So.
Well,
damn.
This is getting demonetized. Anyway.
Demonetized.
Alright, next up. IC title. Ambrose and The Miz. And there is a stipulation that if Ambrose gets DQ'd, he will lose the title.
Yes, Extreme Rules. A match where you are not allowed to get disqualified. I love the logic they're using for this.
I don't think we're actually not really even having an Extreme Rules match, are we?
No, it's just a straight up match.
I think the Fatal 5-Way is in Extreme Rules.
Is it really? Are you sure?
I think.
It should be a Fatal 4-Way or any match like that is with more than two people. It's usually no disqualification, so anything goes.
Oh, I hope they throw that in there. Okay, anyway, Michael, you're first.
I am?
Yes.
Let's see.
Kyle's the only person who hasn't gone first yet.
Oh God, I hate the fact that they keep saying that Dean Ambrose is lazy, and the fact that they said he's had no interesting thing as the Intercontinental Champion. Why? What?
Dean Ambrose is lazy.
Ambrose is not lazy, because have you even seen him work? As much as I like The Miz and like how he is, 7-time champion. Who is he? Chris Jericho?
I think he's got a ways to go before he gets to Jericho status.
Yeah, but Chris Jericho is a 7-time Intercontinental Champion.
I thought he was 11-time.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought he had way more than that. I thought he had way more than 7.
Well, someone look that up.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
So continue on with your point. I'll look it up and find out.
I mean, The Miz is greatest champion, but nobody wants to see it. It'll keep the feud going. Regardless. Fine, I'll just do it. I'm going to go with The Miz.
Okay, Kyle.
I'm gonna go with Dean Ambrose.
Alright, and to answer your question, Michael, 9 Intercontinental Championship reigns for Jericho.
I was close.
So we were right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Alright, Kev.
Let's see. Do I pick someone who's barely defended the IC title, or do I want someone who's had the IC title way too much? Miz has had it way too much, but I think he's gonna get it again. I'm going with The Miz.
Okay, and I'm gonna go with... I'm actually gonna go... This is how I'm gonna see it. I see... Okay, if this happens, I am a genius. You remember when we saw Elias Samson get attacked by The Miz? And so Ambrose got DQ'd because Elias Samson was attacked, so Elias Samson won. I think in this matchup, Elias Samson is going to attack The Miz, Ambrose is going to lose by disqualification, and the belt's going to change hands.
Somebody said before that they were thinking that they're gonna. I think it was Dave Meltzer that someone said they were gonna kick Maurice out of ringside because it'll be too easy for her to just slap her husband and get her disqualified. And he thinks that someone's gonna come out.
Come to think
No. They said it was gonna be. I remember it now. They said it was gonna be this. The Miz, or Dean Ambrose, is gonna go to low blow the Miz, but the Miz blocks it, reverses it, tries to low blow Dean Ambrose right as the referee turns around, and Miz is the one that gets disqualified for the low blow.
I'm still going with my thing. I'm smarter than Dave Meltzer.
I'm just saying I heard that, but
I'm calling Dave Meltzer out.
So this could be the match that decides the whole show right here.
Potentially,
yeah. It's the main event, so... Yeah. Ooh, hiccup. So...
Well, of course, the main event's got 5 different people, so it could split up there. So let's actually move on to that one right now.
Wait. I want to say something first. Come to think of it, going along with what you said about Elias Sampson, Seth, I think, if I remember correctly, on this week's Monday Night Raw, when Sampson was doing his song before his match with the Jobber, he did mention that the Miz, he had a favor to do for the Miz, something like that. So you could be right.
If it happens, I'm a genius. Anyway, on to the final matchup of the evening, Universal title #1 contenders match. Yay, the title's not on the line. Thank you, Lesnar. Anyway, we've got Roman Empire Reigns versus Seth Keep Rollin' Rollins versus Finn Balor versus Bray... I don't have anything for Bray Wyatt, but Bray Wyatt versus Samoa Joe. I think Michael went first last time, so oh boy, I get to go first.
Kyle's the only one that hasn't gone.
Alright, how about we not leave Kyle out? Kyle, we're going to put you on the spot. You go first. Who you got?
I'm going to say Finn Balor. They've been building him up pretty well over the last couple of weeks. There was that promo that he had with Paul Heyman. And, yeah, so I think he's been booked the strongest ever since they announced this match.
Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, Kev.
It's obvious. Roman Reigns.
No
explanation needed.
Roman Reigns.
Because Reigns wins, lol.
Okay. Michael.
It's gonna be Finn Balor. Can't wait to see the Demon come out for this Fatal 5-Way, and I also can't wait to see the Demon face Brock Lesnar. And lose. Brock Lesnar.
Okay. Here comes Super Happy Fun Time. I'm going with Samoa Joe.
Really?
Reason
do you think they're gonna do Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar?
The reason is...
At Great Balls of Fire?
The reason is... we ended up already getting a bit of a tease of Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt when Wyatt moved over to Raw. That hasn't happened yet. I think that's still going to take place. I think that's going to be the next feud. I think we may end up seeing a feud go on between Rollins and Reigns. So that leaves one man out, which would be Samoa Joe. I think they finished up the Joe Rollins thing, the Joe Rollins feud. So I'm looking at Samoa Joe to be the next contender for Brock Lesnar. Do I think he's going to win? No. But if they are going to have Finn Balor go up against Brock Lesnar, I think it's going to be somewhere around SummerSlam rather than at Great Balls of Fire.
I actually hope you're right. I really want to see Samoa Joe Brock Lesnar.
Alright, so that is going to do it for our predictions for Extreme Rules. Everybody else as part of the y.W.c crew will be making their picks outside of this video. You can check and see what their picks are down in the description below. And you can see what the results are after, Sunday. And we'll see if Kev keeps the title.
Probably
he won't,
not,
because I'll rig the points, but...
Probably not, but I digress.
I'll rig it so he doesn't, but anyway.
Well, curse you.
Alright, so anything you guys want to say before we finish up?
Comfy.
Good talk. Okay, see you guys next time on our next predictions, which is going to be, I believe, Money in the Bank. So we'll see you then.
2 weeks from now, I think.
Bye.
3 weeks.